Shalom, shalom. Right, first and foremost, I'd like to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem Akakodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Salutation to the Akim that preaching the truth to the four corners of the earth in sincerity. Right? And the name of this video is going to be Walkie as Light. Right? Because we ought to walk as a light in the darkness, because as we know the scripture say, gross darkness cover the place. Well, darkness cover the place and gross darkness cover the people. Right? And us being followers of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, we ought to walk as light in the darkness. You understand? As examples of what not to do. You understand? Because we walking in this light, we walking around this place in darkness, but we are the light in the darkness, showing them that we're not going to take the devil's cure. We're not going to take the MOTV, which is the mark of the beast. Right? We're not doing none of these things. Right? We basically are resistance. Right? And that is just the mindset that the elect would be in. Right? The men of the Lord, we're not standing for any of these things. And that is why the Lord always urges us to separate ourselves. Separate yourself from them. Because what fellowship had light with darkness? When the light comes, what happened to the darkness? The darkness dispersed. When the sun rises, the place was pitch dark. Or when the sun rises, what has happened? You understand? Everything is just disappear. The darkness flee. And that is how it's going to be. Right? When the Lord take this chains off of us, this body, and release our spirit, you understand? We're gonna be like pure light, right? Illuminating, right? So I'll start off with this precept here. This is the book of 2 Corinthians, chapter 6 and verse 14. It says, "Be not unequally yoked together with unbelievers. For what fellowship had righteousness with unrighteousness, and what communion had light with darkness?" Right? Say it again in 2 Corinthians 6 and 14. It says, "Be not unequally yoked together with unbelievers." Now, what is being unequally yoked together with unbelievers? They don't believe in the same thing you believe in. Right? It's basically putting two animals to yoke together. You understand? Like what the heathens them just do. They will put a cow and a donkey together to yoke to tread the land. But we know that they have two different mindsets. They have two different speed, you understand? And they can't do it at the same pace. They have their own going, just like the unbelievers and the believers. You understand? The people of the Lord and the wicked ones. You understand? They don't have the mindset like us. That's why the Lord always saying in another precept, be continually with a godly man. You understand? Because we have things to do, which is setting an example. When all the darkness around us and everybody corrupt with everything dark, and they continually in the filth, we are not to be just like them. We can't be just like them. You understand? They want to go back to normal life. You understand? Going back on the beaches, going back to parties, going out to club, doing their wickedness, and we not on that. We praying for the downfall of this kingdom. That's why we walking as the light in the darkness. You understand? Because the place already in darkness, and the only way that darkness will not go is when Yahushai return. Right? When Yahushai return and purge the place, purge the sisters. You understand? He take away all the filth from the sisters, and he take away and he make the elect men pure. Right? He take us out of these chains, because we know these chains is when you bring wickedness. Right? So you're not to find yourself around your family that they doing wickedness and want to be continually with them. Because when you go down to 2 Corinthians 6 and 14, it says, for what and what communion had light with darkness? Right? What fellowship had unbelievers had righteousness with unrighteousness? None. Right? So it's basically separating yourself, being a light, being an example. When they say they want to do something, you prove you do differently, you walk differently. You understand? As the light, right? You walk differently as the light. So let me get our next precept here. Right? In the book of Ephesians, got it in the book of 1 Thessalonians, Salakia. Right? Let's get this precept here. This is the book of 1 Thessalonians 5 and verse 5. It says, ye are all the children of light and the children of the day. We are not of the night nor of darkness. You understand? You know the Lord really trying to, I'll read up a little bit. This 1 Thessalonians 5 and 4. It says, but ye brethren are not in darkness, that day should overtake you as the thief. Because the Lord already said he coming as a thief in the night. Now how is that day not going to overtake you as a thief? Because we are in the light. Right? We are in the knowing, in other words. So when you come into the truth and you was awake and you came into the knowing, you came into the light. All the time you was in the darkness just like others. Right? And others, they still in the darkness, not knowing what really taking place, not knowing the place ready to end, not knowing that, the Lord says to be separate yourself from them. The Lord, you understand, a lot of things the Lord commands us to do, and it's about time we wake up and notice. Right? So I'll read about 1 Thessalonians 5 and 4. It's about, but ye brethren are not in darkness, that day should overtake you as a thief, which is the day of the Lord. Verse 5. It says, but ye are all children of the light and the children of the day. Right? We are children of the light and children of the day. The light represents the truth, the knowledge, you understand, the wisdom. We are children of the day, because the darkness represents what? A lost state, a dead state. You understand? You're dead spiritually. Right? And it says we are not of the night nor of darkness. It says therefore let us not sleep as do others, but let us watch and be sober. So we cannot sleep like them. We ought to be awoke. You understand? We ought to be awakened, knowing what coming, knowing what taking place, walking as a light, an example. You understand? As the scripture say, with man it is impossible, but with Yahweh Shai, everything is possible. So when they say this for us, we tell them, no, this is the scene. The Lord already proclaimed this for us. That's why faith comes in a big way. Right? Faith comes in a big way to let us know that, hey, hold on to Yahweh Shai. Hold on to the Lord, because the Lord already promised the ones them that walking in the light are rewarded. And it's for us to continue doing what we're doing to get our reward, not giving up to fail. You understand? So we'll continue pushing until the very end, until the very last breath. Because that is what we're here to do. Present our bodies as a living sacrifice. Right? The Lord said present your body as a living sacrifice, for it is your reasonable service. Why is it your reasonable service? Because this body is nothing. And planning a life here and trying to build yourself here in this wicked place and get ready to crash, you're just missing out. And we're missing out on the kingdom of heaven. You're missing out on the greatest treasure ever. To be the real, we are going to be the real celebrities. You understand? The real celebrities with the real light illuminating off of us. You understand? We're not going to be like the celebrities at this place where we need money and vanity to be rich. We're going to have the power of Yahweh Shai. You understand? Brothers could teleport. Brothers could fly. You understand? Brothers could do everything that they show you in the comics and everything they show you in the superhero movies. There's a reason why they show you that, because the Esau knows. And we can't wait. You understand? Brothers who in this truth, who will on, hopefully they make it, can't wait that the Lord take off these chains off us, so we can really show them the true power that we have within. You understand? Get ready to break down on Esau, trample buildings, you understand? Mash up everything, because why? That's what we endure for. We endure to the end to get that. Right? So I'll get next precept here. Ephesians 5 and 8. Right? It says, For ye was sometimes darkness, but now are ye light, and in the Lord walk as children of the light. And what I mean? I mean you was once in the darkness. You know how the darkness feels. You understand? Being in every little thing, being in every party, being in every... Some people do have the experience as some, but you know how the wickedness feels, because everybody was doing a portion of wickedness. Some was in party, some was into, having multiple husbands. Some was, some men as brothers, they were doing accountable hoeing the daughters of Israel. Right? They were doing witchcraft, smoking. You understand? They were eating unclean. You could name it. We was in the darkness. Now we in the light. We have to walk as children of the light. To set an example, so they could look on us and say, yeah, them is the children of Yahweh. Right? Because how are you going to put a difference between us if we don't act differently? If we don't show ourselves differently, there is no difference between us and them. You understand? We can't be deceived. That way scripture will be unequally yoked with unbelievers. Can't be the same as them. Right? Now we got next precept here. There's the book of Matthew chapter 5 and 14. Right? And it says, ye are the light of the world. A city that is set on a hill cannot be hid. And that's a Yapa precept. Because when the sun comes out, it cannot be hid. How are you going to hide the sun with that great illuminating light surrounding it? With the heat. And that is what we're doing to this place. We're bringing our heat. We're showing our light. Like brothers all around the Arataza, which is the earth, calling upon Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, proclaiming, judgment on this place. Showing them that we're not for all the goodies that they have in store. We don't want to use your brain chip to communicate with any brother around the world. You understand? We don't want to take it to a higher level where we take this implant and we moving around as zombies. You understand? We don't need them things, because the Lord come with greater things than that. You understand? The Lord come with greater treasures than that than you could ever even think. So we don't even care about these things. All the treasures, what the scriptures say, they are the spirits of devils working miracles. Yeah, we don't know. We don't need none of your miracles, Esau. We will hold on to the end to receive true power, which comes from Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Alright? And this is the book of John chapter 8 and verse 12. It says, then spake Yahushai again unto them, saying, I am the light of the world. He that followeth me shall not walk in darkness, but shall have the light of life. And that is another thing where this light represents life. Right? Because we know the darkness represents death and wickedness. So the light will obviously represent life. Keep my commandments and live, as Yahushai say. You understand? Continue walking in this truth. Continue doing what is the right thing. Put aside pride. Put aside arrogance. Put aside everything and walk in the light. Let it take you over. Let the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, which is your Kakodash, take you over. So that you feel good. You understand? You feel light in the spirit, because you know you're doing everything that the Lord command you to do. You feel great, knowing that you're doing the Lord's work. Esau getting ready to come now with great wrath, but you okay, because you know that the Lord have your back. You understand? Everything going to be good. You're feeling so good in the spirit that sometimes you want to cry about them things. You understand? Because why? You're feeling like the Lord really dealing with me. And that is the feeling you want to have. The Lord dealing with me? Yeah, because I'm a child of the light. First thing first is a blessing to be an Israelite, to understand these things first thing first. And then to be a man of the Lord. You understand? Or a woman in this truth. That when you come out of your wickedness, you're wearing pants, you're wearing dresses, you change up your whole swag. A man of the Lord, you're not doing the wickedness you was doing, because first thing first, you're feeling uncomfortable. You're feeling uncomfortable partying every minute, getting drunk, you're feeling uncomfortable smoking, You're feeling uncomfortable, and that is the lust of the flesh. The lust of the flesh, how they feeling these things, but when you come into the light now, you're not feeling for the lust of the flesh anymore. You put away all the lust of the flesh, and you walk comfortably. You're not smoking anymore, so you could breathe. Your lungs get a rest. You understand? You're not drinking anymore, so you're not drinking to get drunk, I should say, because drinking is not a problem, but drinking to get drunk excessively is a problem. The Lord said don't drink to get drunken, so now you're not doing it excessively. Your kidney got rest. You understand? And you're not doing anything excessively anymore, so everything got rest. You balance your scale, because the scripture says the Lord hates an unbalanced scale. So now you become what? You become an illuminated person. You're walking as an example for them that are in the world, so that brothers could come into this thing and wake up, know how to treat women, know how to do certain things. Don't leave your children, because leaving your children is one of the curses. You understand? See about your kids. There's a lot of things that we ought to do as children are the light, children are the Most High, and it's a serious task to shake off the old man. Right? Now we got next precept here. I've got the book of 2 Corinthians chapter 4 verse 4. It's saying, whom the power of this world had blinded the minds of them which believe not. Right? So the power of this world, which is Esau, he blinded the minds of them that believe not, which is the unbelievers. Right? He blinded them. Why? Because he take away their heritage. He take away the name, everything. Have them thinking they're Africans. Have them thinking they're everything. They could be anything. You understand? They could be any religion. They could do anything they want. That's how the gods of this world have blinded them. Right? It's a blinded the minds of which that believe not. It's a lest the light of the glorious gospel of Yahushai, who is the image of Yahweh, should shine on them. And how that light going and shine on them? By brothers having the light and shining it on them that does not have the light. Speaking to them, telling them where they're wrong, telling them where their faults, telling them what they should do to change their faults. You understand? Because we see it a lot of times, being out in the street preaching. When a brother virtuous, you see a brother was seeking knowledge, and after when they begin to talk to him, he began to wake up. He began to come into the light. All of a sudden, you see a light on this brother all of a sudden, and you're proud. You're proud of this brother because you know where he come from. You know where all your brothers come from. Sometimes you might know a brother in the world, and both of you are coming in the truth. Now you know where he came from, and you could say, yeah, this brother come from a serious place. He was doing some wickedness, and now that he in the light, you feel good, especially if you was the brother that was speaking to him. You know that you're doing the work of Yahweh, and that it's truth. This is the truth, because to bring back that brother, they took the power of Yahweh and nothing else. Right? And that is the Yapa precept, and that was 2 Corinthians 4:4. Right? And then after there's Philippians 2:15, where it say that ye may be blameless and harmless, the sons of Yahweh, without rebuke, in the midst of a crooked and perverse nation. We know it's a crooked and perverse world because Israel is scattered to the four corners of the earth. Right? It say, among whom ye shine as lights in the world. So among all of them we shine as lights in the world, because the Lord knew that this place is crooked. So by you following the Lord's statutes and commandments and doing everything you're supposed to do, you shining as a light. You make a difference. You understand? A big difference. Right? And I'll get the book of I'll get the book of John at right chapter 17. Let me just get a read quick. Right? John 17 and verse 14. It says, right? It say, I have given them thy word. Yahushai speaking, right? Speaking to Yahweh. I have given them thy word, and the world had hated them, because they are not of the world, even as I am not of the world. Right? So we are in the world, but we are not of the world, as the Lord say, be in the world, but not of the world. Right? I'll read down verse 15. It says, I pray not that thou shouldest take them out of the world, but that thou shouldest keep them from the evil. Right? Verse 16, it says, they are not of the world, even as I am not of the world. Sanctify them through thy truth. Thy word is truth. Right? And what the scriptures and what Yahweh shall say? He said, I am the way, the truth, and the light. You understand? Emphasis on light. Think about the light. The way, the truth. There's many things to call the light. The way, the truth. Healing. You understand? Understanding, wisdom. All these things represent the light. That's why we ought to walk as the light in the darkness. Right? And I'll get another precept. Right? In the book of Deuteronomy 22 and 10. It says, thou shalt not plow with an ox and an ass together. Now what does that mean? We shouldn't plow as ox walking around with ass, which is a donkey, or which represents the unbelievers. We shouldn't be dwelling with them. Going back to the first precept that I bring, don't be unequally yoked. Going back to the next precept that says, be continually with a godly man. Right? They don't know why he say these things. Why he say separate yourself. Because they ought to show a difference. If you as a man as the light, being around these wicked jakes, and they in darkness, what fellowship had you with them? What you could really do? The only thing you could do for them is try to shine some light on them, to get the blood off your hands, or to enlighten them that they might come into the truth. But when you after one or two admonition, consider them to be a heathen, as the scriptures say. Right? Yet you already speak to them. They didn't want to wake up. They didn't want to take heed of the knowledge. Right? So we ought to keep walking as light in the darkness. Because it's going to get worse. The place is going to get worse. And who it is, when the Lord say 7 women shall cleave unto one man, these women are going to know who to turn to, the light. Because why? They know that these men not going to be the men that running and screaming and looting and going into places and stealing and doing the most. These men are the men going to be very humble when all hell breaking loose. Because why? We preaching that the all hell is going to break loose. So we're not going to be scared a bit, because we're going to have the spirit of Yahweh on us. You understand? And they that don't have it, sad be their portion. Right? So hopefully this video is edifying. I want to say Kala Layam La Ala Hayanawa. Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, Bashim Akakodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Salutations to the Aki. I'm preaching the truth to the four corners of the earth in sincerity. I want to say Shalom to the Akwats that listen and learning and respecting their husband. I want to say Shalom to the speckled bird that may look like the other nations but are of the nation of Israel. Shalom. On to the next one.